Healing the Black Widow within us. Healing the Black Widow within us is an aspect of the wounded feminine, which is in all of us, and which is continued, an imprint that was continued through or brought through the ancestral line, where there's a misuse, where there's a nastiness, where there's a revenge, where there's a manipulation, where there's a seduction to get what you want. There's something is in the background, something is hidden within us where I will, it could get you back or, something nasty in the system. So spreading poison, for example. I did a webinar on the Black Widow already of the wounded feminine, but it's come up very strong because it's coming up on a collective level. And it's coming up in the way that the wounded feminine is being used to, or enticed to come up within all of us. It could be simple as connections, or I need to get more followers, for example, or I need to make more finances, but use it in the negative sense. So the manipulating sense, it could be where there was something, I will blow you up, I'll get you back, if you get ahead of me, or you've taken something that I want, so I'm going to revenge you. So it can come up in many, many shapes and forms. So this webinar is working with the wounded feminine and all the shadow aspects of the wounded feminine to go back into the divine feminine and to go back in coherence with the divine masculine, that you're not backstabbing the divine masculine. And when I talk about the wounded feminine, I'm talking about the wounded feminine in men too, and then how it plays out in our lives and how it would come up in us. I'll get you back. I will make sure this happens to you. It's something that pattern that follows on through the ancestral line. And this trait can be in our lives and affecting the way we live our lives and the way we have been maybe allowed others as well to bring that energy to us. So I'm going to work with if you've been, on either end of the stick, so to speak, with the Black Widow, and then share ways to clear it and also ways to release that frequency from your being so you're aware of it and you can break the habit yourself at home. So this is going to be a really, really, yeah, intense in a positive sense, and for me, a very important part of the academy to really bring alignment into our divine feminine and divine masculine, that they work as a team, not against each other, and not trusting each other. So I invite you to be part of this one. If it resonates with you, or maybe it doesn't resonate with you because you need to do it. Maybe the feminine part, which is very in the background, very manipulating and very convincing, can come up in the system. So it's backstabbing, gossiping, um, nastiness, revenge. There's many, many aspects I can go on and on and on. So this webinar, I'll be going very deeply into the wounded feminine and to bring it back into power, back into alignment, back into strength again. So I invite you to be part of it. I'm back in Athens, and it's really a beautiful place with all the, with Aphrodite and then all the Greek gods representing the different aspects of the feminine. So I'm going to spend the week as well going to different ancient sites just to really bring it up in my system again. And divine feminine and the beauty, and using the beauty in a balanced way, using the beauty in a good way, using the feminine, working with the feminine in a healthy way and balanced way, and setting clear boundaries in the system. So I invite you to be part of this offering. Thank you, everyone.